So the only purpose of this ride so early in the morning at 5 o'clock is just to kind of check out what the headlight on this bike looks like at night. Because, well, I don't do much night riding, very little, if at any at all. So, but when I buy a new bike, I usually like to take it out super early in the morning when it's still dark, just to kind of see what the light pattern looks like, and whether it's got good visibility with the stock headlight, and kind of determine whether or not I need to either add more riding lights or upgrade the bulb. But I know in this bike it's already got LED lighting on it, so there's no upgrading the bulb whatsoever. But I'm just out here gonna run a couple of errands here early in the morning. I got to take and drop off a couple things in the mailbox, and then I got to run over to the ATM machine and pull out some cash, because me and my family are headed up to Packwood this afternoon to check out this big swap meet that they have up there every Memorial and Labor Day weekend. So it ought to be pretty cool. Other than that, there's really no point of this ride. Oh, well, I guess there is one more point of this ride, to check out, see how this DJI Osmo Action camera performs at night. Now, I changed one setting on it to do this ride in the dark, and that is to basically just crank up the ISO and just let it go as high as it wanted to. Whereas usually when I'm out riding around, I limit it to 400 ISO, and I've got it turned all the way up to 3200 ISO. So I guess that'll be another test of to see how the video quality looks. I don't imagine it's going to look very good because it's an action camera in the dark, but I guess we'll see what happens. So what is the temperature? It says it's 57 degrees on the dash down there. That's something that's really super nice about this bike, is it has an air temperature reading right there on the dashboard, so you don't have to stop and pull out your phone and, you know, wonder how cold it is outside, because it's right there on the bike. So really cool. But I've been using this bike since I got it. I only got 152 miles on it, but I've been just constantly thinking of all the things that I could do on this bike as far as running errands and things, just because of its convenience. I mean, it's so lightweight where I have my bikes parked next to my house. It's simple to get it out of where it's parked at, because it's always up on the center stand when I park it there. So all I do is just knock it up the center stand and back it right out. You know, and it turns really tight when you're just walking it. When you're standing next to the bike, you got your left hand on the left handle grip, just operating the rear brake, and there's a handle on the back that you grab onto when you pull it off the center stand, and you walk it back on the left side of the bike, and you walk it forward on the left side of the bike, and it's so easy. You know, this is easier to get out of where I have it parked than my little Honda Monkey is. But so anyways, I've been thinking about all kinds of things that I could do as far as running errands on this little guy. This bike is it's just impressed me from top to bottom since I bought it. I don't know, it's like a Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. Now I realize it being a smaller CC bike, it's not going to cover everything that I need for it to do. Like for instance, it's going to suck on the highways. This thing that I did find out, I did take it on the highway around here, which isn't the interstate, but it's just a highway with a 60 mile an hour speed limit on it. And it does just fine. I mean, I can run at 60 miles an hour on this bike and not have any problems. Although I wouldn't want to do it for, you know, long periods of time, because obviously when you're going up hills and into stiff winds and things like that, it's kind of where it struggles. But it will hold 60, you know, just not much beyond that. But well, I'm at the mailbox. I at least get to take care of one of my errands and get that done and out of the way. The dashboard on this thing, it's lit up really good. No problem seeing that. And you know, one thing I noticed about this dashboard over the one on my Monkey is I never have a problem seeing it during the day. Even when the sun's at weird angles and things, I can still read that. So it's really cool. So release the parking brake and off we go. So another benefit that I found to having this little bike and needing to take off in the wee hours of the morning, where I have my bikes parked, is right outside my bedroom window, because our bedroom is on the or me and my wife's bedroom is on the second story of the house. And So the bikes are parked right outside there, and getting the Harley out of there in the morning without waking my wife up is pretty much impossible. I'm going to wake her up no matter what I try to do, unless I push it out away from the house before I start it up, and even then it's going to wake her up. But nice thing about this bike is it's so quiet. I mean, I went for a ride yesterday after work, and she didn't even know that I had left, and didn't even know when I came back, because it was so quiet. She didn't hear me leave, didn't hear me come back. So that's another benefit of having this little guy, or probably a lot of other scooters too. You know, just that they're so quiet. You can sneak in and out of places and things, and the wife didn't even notice. So that's nice to be able to get away from the house without waking her up. Another thing I'll say I like about this bike is just the wind protection on my legs. You know, I've gone out and ridden on my other bikes when it was cold outside. It's not even really cold, it's 56 degrees, but the wind protection on this bike on my legs is keeping them, you know, nice and protected from the wind. And I'm just wearing just regular jeans right now. So I have this other pair of insulated riding pants that I will eventually wear when the temperature starts getting super cold, because that's what this bike is going to do. This is going to be my cold weather riding bike. So it's going to be pretty cool, literally. Alright, so I got to get over here. So just riding around on this bike with just the standard, just the low beam on, is actually, it works really well. Now, granted, there are street lights and, you know, ambient light from everything else, but I don't seem to be having any sort of problem, you know, seeing in front of me on the bike. Let's see. I guess the high beam. Well, the high beam works pretty good, but as far as illuminating the bike directly in front of me, you know, out to about 50-75 yards, the high beam doesn't really add anything to the flood in front of the bike. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, but the low beam seems to be doing its job just fine. How's that old saying go? When you're riding in the dark, don't outride your headlight. And basically what that means is don't ride faster than what your brain can process of what your headlight is lighting up. So I guess this being a scooter, it'd be kind of hard to outride the headlight to begin with, but and here's one thing that not many people talk about, you know, riding in cold weather, when you could get a pin lock for your visor to keep your visor from fogging up. But what do you do about your glasses? You know, that's why I've never bought a pin lock for my visors, because I have to wear glasses at night when it's cold and my glasses fog up. So what do you do? Put pin locks on your glasses? I don't know. Just some of the dumb crap I think about, I guess. This thing is pretty cool. It's just like my monkey when you're heading out from a stop, like you're sitting at a stoplight or come to a four-way stop or something like that, and you take a right-hand turn. It's just, you just dip it over and just drop it over and accelerate, and just, I don't know, it's something really cool about it. It's kind of the feeling you only get on extremely lightweight motorcycles. They're just like bicycles, really. I'm gonna turn in here, head to my bank, pull some money out. This will be my second errand complete. What a blast. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, so I think I'll go over here onto this other road where there's not so many street lights and things, and that way I can kind of check out what the headlight really looks like in darkness. Maybe right over here to my old neighborhood. Here's a question for you guys out there with scooters that have center stands and side stands, or even some of you guys that might have bikes with center stands and side stands. Do you ever come to a stop and just kind of sit there for a second? It's like, which one do I want to use? I've done that so many times on this bike since I got it. It's like, pull up to a stop, I could kick it up onto the center stand and leave the engine running, or I could shut it off and put it on the side stand. I mean, you know, what do I do? Options. But I don't know. I guess it's just one of those silly things. Come on, dude. You got the green. Of course, that's kind of like the same problem you have when you own multiple motorcycles. It's like you walk out to go riding and you stand there for a minute and go, okay, which one should I take? Yeah, I guess that's the problem with a lot of things. You own more than one, or even two, or three, or four, or five items of whatever the heck it is you're doing, and you can't decide which one you want to use. I used to have that problem when I had guitars, when I used to play guitar a lot. I could never decide which one I wanted to use. So what I'd done is I had basically taken all my guitars and I tuned them all differently. So depending on which song or, you know, music I wanted to play, I had to choose one of those guitars simply because of the tuning of it. Like if I was going to play some Metallica, you know, it's standard E tuning, or if I was going to play some Alice in Chains, it's drop D, you know, just on and on and on, just different tunings for stuff. And it worked out pretty well. So I guess I can apply the same mindset to this bike and have it's got its uses, its purposes. So let's see here. This is kind of dark right here. You know, maybe I'll just pull over in this little park up here and test out the headlights in here. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this vlog. I think I'll just throw it out there. Well, I mean, I'll cut out the parts where I was dropping off my bill and getting money out of the ATM machine, but even that's lit up. Even this has lights. I need to find some place that's dark. This is not dark. Okay. Well, I guess maybe I'll pull over one of these side streets over here. Man, that wind on the eyeballs is cold. You think from a feeling, just the air temperature out here, it feels like it's more like freaking 35 or 40. Oh, this is nice and dark right here, but I can't stop. Over here, maybe? Brakes on this thing work really well. Maybe right here. Okay, this ought to work good. Just in front of this guy's house. Okay, so I'm going to get off the bike and I'm going to put her on the center stand. And we'll look at the headlights. What am I doing wrong? Oh, let go of the back brake, dumbass. Okay. So, what we have is standard low beam on right now. I hope that's lined up right. So this is low beam. Get back on the bike. This is low beam. And that's high beam. Low beam, high beam. Okay? It actually works really well. Damn it, these glasses are just fogging up like crazy. So, that's that. Now let's get off and take a look at the lights from the bike. So that's what the tail light looks like. That thing is super bright. I mean, way bright. So I'm going to hit the hazards. I don't know if... Here. Okay, so that's how I do that. I want to see what the brake light looks like, but that's the standard running light. And I'm going to put the parking brake on so it shows us the brake light. Let's see how bright that is. Holy crap. That is really bright. That is hella bright. That tail light, man. If somebody behind me does not see that brake light, they are legitimately blind. Look at that. Lighting up that stoplight like crazy. Okay, so let's see what the turn signals look like. We'll just hit the hazard to do that. Wow. Once again, super, super bright. I'm impressed. See what they look like from the front. Man, that's cool. Those things are bright. The cool thing about this bike is, let me turn these off real quick. Cool thing about this bike is look at those, the running lights on it. How cool those things look. Coming up on the sides like that. So this is the headlights down below. And the running lights up above. So that's the standard low beam. I'll turn on the high beam. Where's the switch, dummy? There you go. That's a high beam. Yeah. That is killer. That just looks cool too, you know? That's just very impressive. Very, very impressive. Good job, Honda. You see the streaks? I don't know if this camera's going to pick that up, but this right here, you can see the beams in the headlight beams. It's because of smoke. Tired of it. Smoke in the air. Everybody around here is going to die of lung cancer or emphysema in 10 years because of this crap. So, anyways, get off the center stand. Okay. All right. Get my glasses to unfog now and head back out. So I'm really impressed with the lighting. Dashboard easily readable, if that's a word. The headlights are freaking awesome. Let's turn up this road. Maybe it's nice and dark. Running the stop sign. Don't care. Yeah, look at that. Low, high, low, high. Killer. I love it. I like it. Like it a lot. Alright, well, I really don't have much else to say. So I think I'm going to stop the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the little ride along. This was just an experiment. Testing the lights on this bike and testing, well, shit, how the camera works in low light. Anywho, everybody, thanks for tagging along and watching. I will see you on the next video. Till then, ride safe, have a good day.